Hello everybody, what's happening? My name is Sonja Marie with Wordlife Astrology, and I am feeling incredibly blessed to give you some information today, some astrological information via spirit, that is. Today is Monday. Yep, it's September 30th, 2024. And like I said, I'm here to give you this weekly rundown. But before I do, let me make a couple of quick announcements and then we're going to get right on into the week. I can't wait. I can't stand it. Listen, if you are planning to join me and Under the Hollis Tree on October 26th with our day retreat, listen, you better get them tickets real soon. Registration closes on October 14th, and I can't wait to see you. I'm conducting an awesome declaration of who we are writing workshop. That's right, it's gonna be dope. There's some waist beading ceremonies happening, some really good food and music for sure. I mean, it's gonna be a lot, and I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to share with you. So go on and get your ticket. Registration, or the link to register, is in the description box below. Let's get down with the week, okay? We're going to start with today being Monday. The moon is in Virgo. All things are particular. You feeling very logical and realistic on some level. You got to get the order of the order of the order of the order of the order thing. Or the I don't know what the hell I was just doing, but it all feels like that. When it comes down to Virgo information, when it's led by the moon, we all feel this thing. We feel like being particular. We feel like being a little discriminating. We feel like being a little nitpicky, possibly, maybe. Sometimes we can go into denial. I don't know what you talking about kind of thing. Check yourself before you wreck yourself and run into a brick wall, not literally, but honestly. If you don't see the thing for what it is sometimes, I mean, you might miss that wall. Or you might hit that wall. Also today being Monday, one aspect I wanted to highlight is the sun conjuncting Mercury. With the sun conjuncting Mercury, we have the ego set up with communication. We have who we are, the core us, set up with how we want to plan and strategize a thing. We have our vulnerable, open selves connected with how we want to communicate, ask questions, qualify certain situations. When the sun and Mercury connect on the same vibration, that's exactly what's going down today. So I say to you, get your mind straight. Get your questions in order. Plan the things that you need to plan, like literal. The to-do list needs to be on and popping this week, on the real. Because when I share with y'all what's happening towards the end of the week, it will make a whole lot more sense. So take your time today to plan, strategize what you need to do. Also, being that the vibration is in Libra, what your partner needs to do. Now, this is very specific. Why? Because the North Node in the sky is in Aries, like I was just talking about on Instagram. So with all of this Libra energy about to pile up this week, a lot of us may get our panties in a bunch when we are literally paying more attention to the North Node of being independent, being that risk taker, being a little rebel rouser type of spirit that you may have. And now all of a sudden you got to consider him, consider her, consider your boss, consider your coworker, consider your lawyer, consider anybody that's a partner to you in which you are sharing information and energy. That's partnerships, right? Sharing space for the benefit of each other. It could be any type of relationship, for sure, but you have to give each other something and take as well. The bottom line is this, is that we'll have to find some kind of balance in that this week. It might be gnarly for some, but I want you to consider, again, today with Mercury going into play, planning around you and your partner doing something, considering them specifically, considering being just and being fair when it's necessary. That's going to win today. The fairness is going to win today. Okay, it may look like you're not getting what you need to get in some kind of business deal, some conversation, some back and forth weird competition. But if you come in today with a win-win type of situation, even if you got to take a loss, I'm saying, say a prayer and allow God to fill it back up in another day on the back end. You get what I'm saying? You're never, ever without when you consider each other. Now, Tuesday, tomorrow, because I'm from Yonkers, New York, tomorrow, the moon goes into Libra. Okay, we gearing up for what? That new moon solar eclipse, 10 degrees, that is, on Wednesday. Here we go, boo-boos, here we go. Now, if you have not seen my eclipse special, I encourage you to go on over in the live section of this particular page and check out, the eclipse special in which I talked about the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces that was 2 weeks ago, along with the new moon solar eclipse, which is happening on Wednesday. Yeah, let's get down on it. I'm going to give you just a little bit of information, but you can get the full spread in my live eclipse special, okay? Go on to that video right now if you want to, and then come back. That new moon lunar eclipse offers up new information, brand new starts, brand new beginnings, right? With a partner, with any contractual situations, with being fair in any way. Now understand this though, and some people get this misconstrued. Sometimes that new moon eclipse energy, remember eclipses happen fast. New moon energy is always new information coming in, new energy coming in, new situations, new developments, new people, right? But when it's an eclipse, it's kind of like the new information has been trying to come in for a long time, right? And we're kind of like, putting a blind eye up to it, or a little slow, right? Or procrastinating. Well, when the eclipse happens, it's like, I told you, boom, we need this. So the eclipse is saying, yo, you want to procrastinate? Here's the new partner that you need. This is the new perspective on your current partnership that you should have, because you've been taking a little time to consider, or I should say, you've been taking a little time not considering other people when it probably would benefit you both if you did. The eclipse shakes it out of you. The eclipse makes an event happen in which you have to consider another. You have to get out of your individualism in order to share with another person, to bring balance to any type of solutions needed, any events happening, anything. Look, this eclipse says, I need for you to pay more attention to how you are reflecting who you are onto your partners and how your partners are reflecting onto you. Take a different look. Take a new perspective. Does what you see in another person reflect you, make you proud? Or does it make you kind of mince a little bit, like, wince or mince? Either one. Either way, you're like, I don't know. Well, in my opinion, if you're saying, I don't know, that means you need to check you. That's the science. That's the metaphysical understanding. That's the spiritual nudge behind this new moon solar eclipse in Libra. It says, yo, I know the North Node is in Aries, so you've been dealing with yourself for a little time, improving yourself. Now we need to take that improvement and reflect it on the partners that we have in our lives. And if people are in our lives that are not reflecting this newness that's on us or that's coming for us, they need to leave without any emotional attachments and sometimes without any closure. You dig? Like for real. Sometimes you just know this is up. This relationship, this friendship, this job, this connection with me and this boss, it's done. I think we over it. And there need not be any kind of explanation. Maybe you forced a relationship. Maybe you forced a connection with somebody and you knew months ago. You knew a year ago. I don't know how this is going to work out because it just don't feel right. Every time I'm with them or every time I have to work for them or work with them, there's always like a kind of understanding. It's not all the way open or vulnerable or safe. So this eclipse is making you shake off any unsafe relationships, and you got to be ready for it, boo-boo. Don't get your feelings hurt. Now check this out. That new moon eclipse on Wednesday is also conjuncting Mercury. Now with this new moon, these new ideas, these new perspectives that are coming in quick, like eclipse-like, sitting next to Mercury is saying somehow you have to make a decision. Somehow you have to get some information around something. Somehow you have to ask the questions. Somehow you have to listen. Mercury is about listening too. because it deals with communication. And true communication is when you listen just as well as you speak. Squirrel, I know way too many people in my life currently that will overtalk me, that I have to stop and go, did you hear what I just said? Or are you just rambling information so you can get information off of your own head? Are you just utilizing me as a body so you don't have to look crazy like you're not talking to yourself, or like you're not talking to yourself or whatever? Like, really, that's the question in my mind, because sometimes people don't know how to communicate effectively. They're always waiting to get in there to say their story. They're always waiting to get in there to debunk what you're saying so they can compete, right? They're always, holding back or finishing your sentences as opposed to listening with their heart, as opposed to understanding, truly trying to understand where you're coming from. That's what Mercury in Libra wants to do. And that's what this new moon in Libra is suggesting, to do it quick, like with this eclipse. Get a different perspective. Listen to people. Ask the proper questions. Get a win-win situation. Don't be afraid. With that Mercury sitting there, it's like, ask the questions that you didn't want to ask before. And with it being in Libra, be a little charming about it. Not manipulative, but charming. Meaning that if these questions are hard, these conversations are hard for you to have, sit back. Think about the most charming, the most dignified person that you know, and kind of mimic the conversation in their voice. If your mom was a smooth talker, think about your mom and how she would kind of like finagle a situation and smooth the situation out without confrontation. Because Libra don't necessarily like confrontation, because when they get mad to the point where everything is going down and they don't even care. But the bottom line is that they don't want to get to that point. They don't want to get to the disharmony. And if Mercury is in Libra, and if this North Node, if the new moon eclipse is in Libra, it's suggesting pay attention. Pay attention to how you are projecting. Pay attention to how you are reflecting. Pay attention to how you're not, or how you are listening and communicating. Pay attention to how you're planning, because this is going to bring us into this new perspective, into this new way. Do you want the same connections with people that you had 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago? Well, you got to talk differently. You got to ask different questions. You got to see people different. You got to take off your trauma glasses and look at people with new glasses, because they're not responsible for your trauma. So why are you responding to them as if they hurt you? I'm just saying. They never chance to hurt you yet. Don't take it personal, because this Libra energy does not. It wants to get to the bottom of a thing in order to bring new alliances into your life. On Thursday, we still have that new moon energy flowing. Trust and believe. And when it hits Jupiter on Thursday, goodness gracious, look for these blessings coming in, y'all. What? Yes, that new moon will trine Jupiter in Gemini. Now, think about it like this. Whatever shakeups that happen, that force you to connect with a partner differently, it wants to bring you what? The rewards, Jupiter. It wants to bring you the awards. It wants to bring you new understandings of things, new education behind things. It wants to bring you a new spiritual perspective about things. It wants to aid in you traveling, looking at different cultures and philosophies a little differently. Like, this shakeup that's going down wants to ignite these beautiful gems in your life that you can own as your own. Listen to what I'm saying. Because we are in such a weird space right now. Things are coming, things are going. People are leaving and people are being born. You understand, there's an interesting portal that's happening right now where so many things are going in and out and in and out, and it feels like nothing is really sticking. I actually talked about this last week too. So if you're still feeling that, please hit me up in the comments and let me know how you're working through this time. I love to converse in the comments, y'all. I appreciate that. And it adds a little rhythm to this Al Gore shit, okay? I appreciate you. Okay, but the bottom line is, in this moment of us going back and forth and not being able to hold on to almost anything, we have to literally be present in the moment right now as we're going through massive upheavals and changes. The present is all that matters. So with Jupiter hitting this new moon, is saying, I'm bringing you new stuff. I'm bringing you new stuff. Hold on to the ones that feel good. Hold on to the gifts and to the blessings and to the opportunities that feel right. Hold on as these new partnerships are coming on in, and the new partnerships say, you know what? I want to be your attorney. And I actually know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that can get you the job of your dreams. Say what? You mean this new partnership that just came through with the new eclipse energy wants to bring me blessings? Yes. And hold on, recognize it. If it leaves, it wasn't for you for the long haul. It was only for you for that moment. If that little bit of glimmer, those little bit of golden nuggets come in and grab you, hold on to it. Smile, laugh. And if it goes, thank you. I appreciate you. You made my day. It's okay. You don't have to stay. You did your job. That's how that thing is. All right? Take a little bit of gold wherever you go. Now, the same day on Thursday, that new moon energy, it wants to square Mars. The thing about that new moon energy squaring Mars is this. I kind of talked about it on Instagram right now, or a little while ago, is that, again, staying with the scenario of a new business partner coming on in, or a new friendship, a new alliance that comes in. Maybe there's no movement straight away. Mars is movement, motivation, action, sex, anger, confrontation. Maybe there's no real propulsion, no vroom vroom behind this new energy that's coming in just yet. And or maybe your new partner or you get your feelings hurt. So you start getting angry about some things that hasn't happened, about some things that's misunderstood, about a new perspective that you have about this partner that is not totally clear yet. So you want to move and or you can't move because it's not clear, or you move and you see something you don't like because it wasn't ready yet. Here's what I want to say. The new information coming in via that new eclipse information, let it sit on you like lotion. Let it get in you. You don't have to move yet. That's a sign of impatience, because Mars in Cancer, it moves when it's ready. It moves when it feels it. It moves when it feels safe. It moves when emotionally everything is really in alignment. So if this new partnership comes in and you look at it from afar and you go, wow, that looks shiny. That looks new. That looks dope. Okay, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't move on it because in the past, I went too hard, too heavy, too quick. So let me slow down and let it prove itself. Let it come to you. Let it call you. Let it validate you in ways that are new, in ways in which you've never seen before. And then you'll move, and then they'll move, and it'll come together right and nice in divine time. Please trust that. Trust your damn self. Don't trust me. Trust yourself and the movements of spirit. We got this. Now, on Friday, there's a little plot twist. Venus is trining Saturn. Say, what? Venus is in Scorpio. Ooh, I forgot about that passionate Scorpio Venus feel. Y'all feeling sexy out there in the world? Well, it's trining Saturn on Friday. That's interesting. That makes me feel good in a way that your value will be rewarded. How you feel about yourself. Your security about yourself, your esteem, that's the word I wanted to use, will be validated in some kind of way. You worked hard. So not only here comes the rewards, here comes the love, here comes the money, here comes the recognition within yourself. Like for real. Saturn has been kicking our booty holes. I keep talking about it. Why? Because it's a lesson to get. We all need to get this lesson because God is trying to what? Tap us all. Hello, Pisces is about spirit. Saturn is about hard work. For the last year and a half, we've been learning how to tap into spirit. And if you haven't, God is still knocking. Your ancestors are still knocking. Go to Instagram. I talk a little bit about ancestors and what they've been talking about lately, okay? I'd appreciate that. Wordlife, Sonja Marie on IG. Have to have a little dance with it. In any case, these things, these disciplines, these rituals, these traditions around Pisces energy that we've been diligently working on is going to be rewarded by Venus with love, with money, with coins, with recognition is what I'm trying to say. Validate your ding dong damn self if nobody else does on Friday, because you have been working hard. And it's about time we reach the mountain of what? Our personal success. Don't get it misconstrued with what the success of others say, or what corporate America says, or what the president of the United States says, or what anybody else says outside of yous with an S at the end. Why? Because what's important to you and your success is all that freaking matters. Let me tell you something, squirrel. I was sitting back thinking the other day, and I'm going to share this with y'all real quick. The success for me is not necessarily to have multi-million dollars. I'd like to live comfortably. But the success for me is making a mark in the world. The success for me is making sure my son is healthy, is taken care of, and is off in his life. The success for me looks a lot different than it does for you. Maybe you want that multi-million dollar salary. All good for you. Maybe you came in this life with a money thing. Like, I'm going to make my money this time because the last couple of lives, motherfuckers was taking my money. Maybe this time you're like, I'm about my money. That's cool if that's success for you. But define your own success is what this is saying on Friday, and be happy about it. Receive your own value, your own worth for the work that you've done and the success that you know is yours. Come on now. Congratulations, boo-boos. I was about to sing Vesta's congratulations, but I will not do that. But if you know it, cue the song right now. On Saturday, that moon goes into Scorpio. I like it. I like it a lot. Why? Especially for water signs, because we'll feel good about this. But Leos and Tauruses might have a hard time. Leos, Tauruses, and Aquarius might have a hard time, right? Because it kind of goes up against their natural way of doing things. With this moon in Scorpio trine in Mars, we have to be emotional and then move. We have to figure out the emotions, the depth of the emotions on Saturday, and then move. We have to be bold enough to be determined to find an answer, to get to the bottom of a situation. If you're a person who really wants closure with a partner, that is the day. That's the day, along with along with Wednesday, in which you may want to bring up hard conversations, but definitely on Saturday, so you can get to the bottom of how you feel and then motivate Mars. Then motivate with that thing. Not only talk about it, but move and show and prove with the thing. How deeply you feel is how deeply you can execute your feelings. Does that make sense? How deeply you feel is how swiftly, how deeply, and how profound your execution would be. Ooh, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think after you smoke it. And then lastly, on Sunday, my mama's birthday. Yes, happy solar return, mi madre. On October 6th, the moon will be in Sagittarius. Oh, that's dope for my mother, because her moon is in Sagittarius. She'll be nice and happy that day. But also, Mercury will square up Mars. Oh, so in the beginning of the week, it's about Mercury. It's about making a decision. Remember, Mercury in Libra, Sun in Libra, that new moon eclipse in Libra, all Libra style. So on Sunday, when that Mercury in Libra now is going up against, it's a square to Mars, it's like, wait a minute, all the things we was just thinking about, you don't want to move on? All the things we just planned, all the to-do lists, the stuff I've been talking about and planning over and going back and forth in my mind, because that Libra Mercury is very indecisive. So once this Libra energy, and this is for all of us, y'all, this is a transit reading, but it is hitting all of us in some kind of way. How you deal with it is on you. Depends on how your chart and your personality responds to this. But that Mercury in Libra is saying we took our time to make a decision about something this week. That's for ding dong damn sure. And now on Sunday, it wants to square Mars. Now there's a wait a minute. All the things I was thinking about, I don't know if I want to do it now. Mars movement. I don't know if I want to do it now. I mean, maybe I should go back to the drawing board and reconfigure it. I don't know about that, boo-boo. I don't know about that. All the things that you thought about with that Libra energy on your side, truly, it's been on your side. Even though you are a Cancer or a Capricorn and you didn't feel, because it squared you, it's been on your side trying to help you to get to the bottom of a thing in your brain. Really, it has. Mercury Libra is the investigator. Trust me, right? But it says don't move yet. Don't fight yourself on Sunday or Saturday, roundabout Sunday, Saturday, Monday. Why don't fight yourself with this aspect? Because you may want to move because you got it all planned out, but it ain't right yet. You can't take the gosh darn ham or the pie out the oven when it's too premature. You're going to be eating some nasty ass raw food. Just wait. Be patient. Take your time. When it feels right, Mars in Cancer says, when it feels right, then it's right. Then it's time. All right? You know what to do. This is your life. Can't nobody tell you how to do it. I'll be right back with a card. Great Mother, Father God, all my guardian angels and ancestors. Thank you for this moment. I think this is one of the real reasons Spirit had me go in on Instagram a little earlier, because we can't pay too much attention. And I think I said it here too, to what's happening around us as we are going in and out of this awesome change, right? That will last about another year or two, right? We can't let it stick too heavy because it can weigh us down, slide us into these weird back and forth boomerang depression moments, okay? Spirit said, as we're going through this week, especially as we're trying to make up our mind about things, as we're trying to decide we should move on, as we're trying to be more responsible, do yourself a favor and play a little, okay? Life is rarely as serious as we believe it to be. And when we recognize this fact, it responds by giving us more and more opportunities to play. The woman in this card is celebrating the joy of being alive, like a butterfly that has emerged from its chrysalis into the promise of the light. She reminds us of the time when we were children, discovering seashells on the beach and building castles in the sand without any concern that the waves might come and wash them away in the next moment. She knows that life is a game, and she's playing the part of the clown right now, with no sense of embarrassment or pretense. When the page of fire enters our lives, it is a sign that you are ready for the fresh and the new. New moon solar eclipse, say what? Something wonderful is just on the horizon, y'all. And you have just the right quality of playful innocence and clarity to welcome it with open arms. Ashe. Amen. Aho Matakwe, I say. I'm so happy for us all. I'm so happy for us all. Again, feel your emotions. Cry if you need. Move through things with laughter, with anger, with joy, and leave it. Don't be attached to it, because we need to discover these new things that are coming our way, and we don't want to be blinded by any past misunderstandings or trauma stuff. And it's all valid, y'all, but it all needs to be healed and discarded so we can get this new life, so we can really, really stay in the middle of this playful feel and field that's around us. It allows us to allow the new things, the good things, the things that are for us to stick. When we are deep in depression, nothing comes, nothing sticks. You understand? When we are playful, when we are open, when we are ready to receive with a smile on our face, Spirit is like, all right, you did your work. And here you go, more happiness. Come on, y'all. That's a beautiful thing. I had to run that down real quick. I hope you don't mind. And again, remember, if you're coming to DC on October 26th, you got to get your ticket by the 14th. For real, registration will be shut down. We need to prepare for you, so buy that ticket soon. All the information is in the description box below. I appreciate y'all. Take good care of yourself, all right? And enjoy this new moon solar eclipse that's coming upon you. You deserve all the beautiful things coming for you. I know you do. Take care, all right? And adios.